All right, I think we're live. Yeah, you're live. We out here.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Come on in, take a seat.
I'm so churchy.
I know, that's where I got it from.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday.
I'm just checking to see what we look
I've been
like.
trying to take my glasses off. True story for people as they come in. We're trying to take my glasses off so I don't get the glare. Hey, Bree, what's going on?
Hey,
so we
Bree.
don't get the glare in the screen, but man, listen. Harder and harder to see the screen, so I might have to put them back on. Can you hear us okay, Bree?
Yes, let us know.
Before we dive, we got a great topic today.
We do.
So you getting clients, right? You got all these clients coming. Okay, we got Brandon in the building.
What up, bro? Solutions and Sisterhood.
I like that. Solutions and Sisterhood. That's dope. Welcome to our live. Thanks for jumping on with us. We got a great topic today. We're talking about, you getting clients, things are going well for you. But are you retaining these clients? That part. So we're excited. I'm excited, if you can't tell, to jump in and talk about it. We want to give people some time to jump on and Tell them who you are.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Strategy Geeks. I was about to say annual. Welcome to the Strategy Geeks weekly live, not annual.
Right. That won't get any traction.
No traction at all. But thank you for coming in, because you didn't have to, but you did. Okay. No, but for real, thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you all had a great weekend, a great Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I know we had a great weekend. The week is going good so far. We are the Strategy Geeks. We are a design and marketing agency.
Yes.
We do websites, we do graphics, we do logos, social media, marketing, consultations, and also just overall brand messaging as well. Strategy for your brand message.
Yeah.
Brand messaging.
Fee in the building. Hey,
yes.
How you doing?
Hey, Fee. Annual conference.
Come on, speaking of it, I want to do a conference. So, hey, we'll say it's in the works.
Yes.
We'll get it going. But yeah, that we cover all of those things. Basically, just a little background on us. We initially were Cleat the Geek and Co.
Mm-hmm.
I was behind the scenes doing a lot of the work, and Kimberly's helping me on the various aspects of the company.
Yeah.
And then, we got with our business coach. Britt in the building. What's up?
Hey, Britt.
We got with our business coach, Ronnie Brown. Shout out to Ronnie. And she really just helped us to kind of get from behind the scenes.
Rock.
And
yes.
Behind the rock, as she said, and get out here and let people see who we are and what we can do. So as we begin to make that shift, our business is also shifting as well. We started to provide more consultations.
Yeah.
Where we were consulting. We were not only building your website, not only working on your graphics and things of that nature, but also providing some insight on things we learned as business owners and things that we've seen our other, things that we've seen our our clients go through. So,
right.
We made that shift to Strategy Geeks so that we can be a full gamut consulting firm.
Okay, gamut.
For all the different things that you might find and play for your business. So anyway, that's a little background. We don't typically get a chance to talk about that. So I thought it was best while she was giving you the rundown of all the things we do. All together is Strategy Geeks. So anything strategy regarding your business, we got you covered. So.
Yes, and also before we dive right in, go ahead and like our live and be sure to share it with at least 3 of your followers.
Yeah,
we truly appreciate that. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, we're at the Strategy Geeks, and we're now on YouTube. So if you want to catch any of our previous lives that we've done, find us on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're the Strategy Geeks. And you can also check out our website at thestrategygeeks.com.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, honestly, we love this. We love to come here and get free information every week. So we're committed to try to come every week as long as family and life allows us to. to give you this free information. So if you know that it can help you and help others, please share. Please share. So yeah, let's jump into it.
So this week's topic. This is a good question that we want to pose. I don't want to say sarcastically, but rhetorically, so you're business owners, right? You have an operating business, you're getting clients, but our question tonight is, are you retaining them?
That part.
So we want to dive into how you can retain your clients if you're not retaining. You might be getting clients, but are you retaining the clients that you have?
Right. And that's an important question to ask. A lot of times, all of this marketing we do as business owners, all of the branding, right? We've been talking about branding versus marketing. All of the cool stuff we do is for that initial. You think about dating, right? It's for that initial date. It's like, oh wow,
initial
impression, right? So I want to show.
What's that initial impression?
Hey, I know what you meant. I'm here with you. But it's that initial impression,
right?
And you're doing this because you want to make that first initial impression, right? So you want to see that you organize a professional business that can solve their problem, right? Whether you provide a product or a service, you're trying to show them that I got your solution. But it doesn't stop there. A lot of times, once you get them in the door, you want to keep them in the door because it's going to be very beneficial to your business growth and for forecasting where your business is going.
Right.
So what I mean by that, if you're constantly getting clients that you're transactional with, what happens is every month you're starting at zero. You're starting over again, trying to hunt and search for new clients over and over and over a week and over and over every week. And what that does is it makes it hard for you to build a business that if you're working a 9 to 5, you can build a business and leave that 9 to 5. It makes it hard to do that. And it makes it hard for you to stay. If you jumped out into that business, it makes it really difficult for you to remain out, as a business owner, with that being your sole source of income. So, we thought it was a really important conversation to have for all of the business owners and personal brand owners that follow us and get a chance to jump in on these lives. You want to have strategy and understanding for how to retain the clients that you get, because here's the flip side of that. If you have happy clients, then they're evangelists for you, right? They're your brand lawyers.
Talking about me getting to church.
I was just saying that's what it is.
It is.
They tell you
word
good news.
Word of mouth, and they go spread it. Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna spread it. They're gonna tell all their friends, all their colleagues about you. If they're having a great experience, they're gonna come back. That's the other part. So not only will they bring others, but they're gonna keep coming back.
It's the retaining portion.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep coming back and wanting to expand their business with you. They're going to want you to grow with them. So that's kind of like the upfront benefits of why this is important to be focused on retaining clients just as much as you're focusing on getting clients. Right. So like I said, you can get them in the door, but who wants to keep starting over at zero every month?
Yeah.
Nobody, right?
Exactly. So
let's dive into it. You know how we go. I just started rattling and going into it. Kim jumps in. She has her parts that she just loves, so we just gonna play off each other like we normally do.
All right. So we do have a couple of points, just a few points that we want to dive right into. And the first point being on how to retain your clients and customers, communication. And by communication, we're meaning, are you communicating clearly and are you communicating very often?
Come on, man, with the very often, what I'm saying?
Very often.
And it's true. I mean, think about it. If you're spending money on a product or service, right? And especially if it's an investment, like it's like we all got those thresholds, right? We got, this is a couple of dollars. I don't care about it. You're not really looking for a high quality customer service.
Right.
But if it's an investment to you, you're spending several hundred, even thousands of dollars, you want some attention. You want to know everything you need to know about that product and the service. You need to know it often. You shouldn't have to look up and say, hey, I just paid, this firm this amount of money for the service. What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. That's the worst experience we all can have as clients, as customers. So we need to make sure that we're passing that on to our customers, right? So the biggest thing, like Kim said, is communication. Are you communicating often, and are you are you being clear with it? Are you concise with your communication?
Exactly.
You know, is it complicated or you know, are you speaking over their head? This is really big. So
no, that's a good one. Trying to use all these terms that you know they don't know.
Yeah, because you sound like you the joint. You know, you're like, oh yeah, you know, aesthetically, you guys aren't apprehending the, and it's like, I don't know what you're saying. So does it look good or not?
And by the way, Sabrina said communication is key. Better to over communicate than to not communicate at all.
Facts on facts. Yes,
I agree.
Over communication is so important because in the process, once again, when a person's giving you feedback, it's not necessarily a negative thing.
Right.
It's they're tied to their investment. Yeah. So when they have an investment that they've made in your business and your brand, they want results, and that investment tells them that, hey, listen, I ought to get XYZ results, and you should deliver it to me. So when they're being critical, it's only because they have skin in the game.
Yeah.
So it's your job to make them as comfortable as possible, knowing that they just put skin in the game. Like they made an investment that's dear to them. So you need to make this, you need to make it worth their while. So once again, you know, you want to make sure you communicate often. You want to make sure you over communicate, as Bree said, which is really good point. And you want to make sure it's you know, it's clear so that it's not over their head. You know, you want to make sure that it's
simple enough for them to understand.
It's simple enough, and that you're asking questions to make sure you're getting check-ins. Like, hey, I just went over this portion of the project. Let's talk in terms of website. Hey, I just told you all of the aspects that it takes to get your website up and launched. Is there any questions you have about that? Is there anything you need me to clarify? But I've had clients who didn't understand what a WordPress website was compared to a Wix website and things like that. So in those conversations, you know, those calls, I would take the time to explain the differences just so that they know what they were purchasing or the services they were purchasing with the strategy geeks.
Right.
Okay. So that's kind of like the 3 big points on communication. Now, here are some takeaways for kind of how you could put it into play, you know. So if you're in a service, right, one of the things we normally do is we send follow-up emails. So
the fortune is in the follow-up.
Fortune in the follow-up, right? And normally that's used in, well, this is good. Normally that's used in when you're following up for a sale. Right. But fortune is still in the follow-up when you are retaining them. That's because once again, you can dig more fortune. You did that. You did that. You know what I'm saying? That was good. That was you. There's more fortune that you can dig out of that particular client because once again, we talked about it earlier, they're going to not only give you more business, but then they'll bring more people in if you're following up with them. So, you know, for our customers, we're looking to, you know, like I said, we'll send follow-up emails throughout the process. So we'll talk in terms of a website project. So doing our website project, you know, we'll say, okay, hey, just let you know we're at this stage of your project. You know, a week from that.
And I was going to say, like, to intervene before you go to the next follow up, and where right now you're using it as in terms of updates. So also as using it like keeping the customer updated throughout the process as well. Not just follow up like, oh, I'm just following up with you on, but what you were just saying is updating. So, you know, because we as, you know, consumers, right, we want updates, what's going on, and things we purchase or whatever. So carry on. I just want to get that, like, you know, they want to be included in the process too. They want to know what's going on. Not I paid for my service and now, okay, I'll see you at the end kind of thing. Yeah.
And then last part we'll say about communication from a service standpoint is explaining your process. A lot of times we are so immersed in our specialty, right? Our what do you call it, a genius?
Zone of genius.
Our zone of genius, right? So we're so immersed in that. I think it's immersed. Yeah, we're so we in it, right? We all the way in there. Immersed. I think immersed is the word. But we're so involved in it that we assume everyone knows the terminology. Everyone knows the process of how we do things, but it's not the case. You're dealing with people, especially if you were in design or if you're offering any type of services. There could be people from all walks of life that come in and they need your service. So what you want to do is make sure, to Bree's point from earlier, over communicating. So you're like, okay, here's this stage of the process. This is what we do. We do X, Y, Z. And then when we get to step 2, we do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right?
Right.
So you're being very thorough and you're giving them the process so that you don't assume that they know it, and so that they have those updates.
Yeah.
So that when they're like, hey, I wonder where we are with this. Oh, I'm glad you asked. We talked about it in this portion. Let me send that back over to you or whatever have you.
Right.
Okay. Now that's for a service standpoint. Go ahead.
What were you about to say?
I'm about to go into products.
Oh, before you go into products, I was going to say, and another good reason why you want to give your clients or customers, give them updates is you always want to stay ahead of your client, right? You don't want to fall behind and have them come to you to be like, hey, check in, like what's going on, what's that? No, you always want to be, I always say you want to stay ready, so you have to get ready. And that ties into having a great customer experience. Like if you are ahead of the game, you're contacting them before they can even get to you and be like, hey, this is what's going on, da 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 da. You just want to be ahead of it.
That's good right there.
Yeah.
No, that's good. See, when we prepared, that's just coming out right now. That's good. That's good, babe. No, that's a good point. You want to stay ahead of them because that's another thing that creates a bad experience for a customer where they feel like they have to constantly reach out to you to see what's going on with the project.
Right.
If you have your check-ins built into the process, then you already stay ahead of them. You're reaching out to them before they can follow up with you.
Yeah, and that's right, B. Stay ahead of your clients. Exactly.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's right.
That's good.
And they'll love you for that.
Yeah. And then we only got 2 points, y'all. So we're not gonna be going crazy. By the way, what's up, Uncle Kev? I didn't get a chance to say what's up earlier. Good to see you jumping on. All right. Products. Right. So if you have products, a good way to communicate, because it's a little different from services, right? You have a tangible product, or maybe it's a intangible product, and you've already delivered it to the client. Well, a good way to follow up is to send them a survey afterwards, right?
Yes,
so
feedback.
Like, hey, you got this cake. I don't know, these T-shirts. I always use T-shirts, right?
Yeah.
Do you like the way it fits? Do you like the design? Is it washing right?
Yeah.
You just do a nice little follow up so that you can make sure that you're keeping that communication up.
Yeah.
Another key that you can do is make sure that they, after that purchase, you have some way through your email communication that you try to get them to sign up for a newsletter, so that now they can get more communication from you about updates on that product that you have. Like you may have a version 2.0, 3.0, so on and so forth. And also you may be able to let them know of the other products that are related to it. So those are just 2 quick nuggets that you can take for communication. And when you have a product that you're offering, you might have some of you may have mugs that you're selling. You may have those notebooks and things of that nature. So you deliver the product, but then you survey and you try to get them in your on your newsletter, so that you constantly update them on that product, on things that are happening with you as the business, and so on and so forth. So that's that point.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off.
Okay.
No. The next point is personalizing their customer experience. This is another huge factor in, not only getting clients, but retaining them.
Yes.
Okay. Personalizing their customer experience.
Oh, wow. That's my fault. This thing has been.
He's waving at people on the ground.
We're cool. Okay. Okay, we're cool. Okay.
But yes, personalizing their customer experience. That's huge. Imagine like I mentioned earlier, like you as consumers, how when you go to certain brands or you've been a customer of a brand and they personalize the experience for you. I always go back to this because they are, one of the best to do it is Disney. How the personalization in their experiences, like just in going to one of the theme parks on one of the rides, how on one of the rides you're arriving at the end of the ride, and the ride, like it says your name. Like how does that make you feel as a customer? Don't let me go back to the Disney experience. But yes. You have to check out live what he's talking about last week. But anywho, that's it goes into personalizing the customer experience. If you can make it personal for them, they'll love you.
Yeah, no, that's good. Before I put my little 2 cents in there, Felicia had that's the whole government. Sorry. Fifi had
how long is too long after selling a product to send a survey?
So that's a good question. I would say you want to do it as soon as the person gets that product. They should be getting surveyed.
2 years later.
No, not shouldn't, should.
Oh, they said they shouldn't be getting surveyed.
Yeah, they should. Right, because that would be way too long. You know what I mean? So you want to get them, and it varies, right? If you're shipping a product, then you want to wait for that product to arrive. So if your normal shipping time is 7 to 10 business days, then that survey should probably go out in a 2 week period, right? That makes sense. So if hey, what's up, Adrian? Thanks for coming through. So you want to time it when the person receives. They should be getting that survey the same day or a day after, so that it's fresh in their mind. They did some of us do an opening. Matter of fact, we just did one. Did one for the styles, curious style.
Oh, Adrian. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I did. Yes,
what were you talking about?
I know. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I heard her doing one.
I know. He was like, I was like, he's probably like, what is she in there recording? I was like, I gotta do my video because I big got the package once again. Like, it wasn't an immediate thing, but I had set in my heart to do it because I knew it was going to be the bomb. Shout out to Chic Essentials Boutique.
Yes.
If you are not following her, follow her on Instagram, Facebook, Chic Essentials Boutique.
Yeah. So she's a great example. She got the product and she wanted to do an opening.
Yes, that's why I didn't even open it yet because I was like, not until I can, have time to put it on, and because I wanted to.
Right. So now with Chic Essentials with that's always a tongue tie. Sorry, Adrian. I'd be afraid to say because I'm like,
don't remember nothing, child.
Listen, listen. That's a tongue tie for me. But what would be good for Adrian? Well, Adrian is probably already doing it, but that survey goes out right after she gets the package, so that now when she does do that video and everything, she can give Adrian feedback saying, "I love it. It fits like this. It fits a little big or small, whatever have you." So with the products, it's really important to make sure you hit them right after they get the product. If it's an instant one, then that email should be scheduled to go out instantly.
Because I do that now. Like Target gets me all the time. Like as soon as I just did a pickup order at Target, and after I picked it up, literally within 2 hours, I already got an email saying, "How was your drive-up experience?" So, and I was more apt to like do it right then and there. I mean, it was fresh in my memory. Like, oh yeah, I did go there today. Let me do a quick survey.
And it's good. We'll do a live eventually on surveying because it's a whole strategy to that. That's really important. There's a lot of good business decisions, marketing decisions you can make when you survey well. So, but anyway, so hopefully that answers your question, Fifi. Now back to personalizing the customer experience.
Sabrina said so good, and then Adrian just wanted to say yes. Thank y'all so much for your support. No, thank you. And she said y'all taught me how to create a good email sequence and workflow to keep my customers engaged.
Come on,
come on, engagement.
Oh, y'all kidding. But that's good. That's good.
Yes,
I'm glad we're able to connect with you and help you with that.
That would be a great topic.
Yeah, that's another good one too.
Yeah.
But so, and that's the thing. It's all of this, as you can see, these concepts we talk about each week, they all build on each other. They're designed to work in tandem with each other to make up your overall marketing strategy. Right. So, us as strategy geeks, we know all the aspects of things that should come together to make a great customer experience. So we're just breaking it up in these different conversations with y'all. So thank y'all for joining in and being active in this conversation. And so Kim was talking about, personal experience. She was talking about Disney. She was getting to a happy place again. And that's exactly what you want to do. She's an advocate, an evangelist, like we said earlier, for Disney because
I'm their avatar.
She's their avatar because they personalize the experience. So just a little stuff as saying her name make it means so much to her. So for those of you who are shipping out products, things like putting the client name in the packaging and those different things like that. Like, one of the things we say is, what is a unique way we can serve this client in a different way that we haven't done one of our other clients. Now, if you're in service, you have some more leeway to that because you can say, okay, I can give them a little bit more time here. I can add this extra design or add this extra whatever time for the service I give them. In products, that might just be every person get a personalized signature from me, their name, included in the package, and all those type of things. So,
and even like you said, like within your own business, but also like, we want to stay up to date with what your competitors are doing, your other competitors, like those who are in business in a like-minded business like you, like what are they not doing that you can do to like give your customers
to make it more personalized.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes, honestly, depending on the type of service you offer, sometimes it's just listening. A lot of our clients come to us and they're like, I need help with design, and they just weren't listening. I'm trying to tell them I wanted to do X, Y, Z, and it just they told me what they thought was best.
Right.
And our jobs of course, we're experts, right? We're experts in our field. We know what you should be doing from a branding standpoint. We know what you need for your website and your messaging, all that cool stuff. But we also know that you're excited about your journey and the things that you want to do, and you want to be a part of that. So we make sure that we make that experience amazing for you, because we don't want you to feel like, okay, you don't know what you're doing. We're the experts. We're just going to do everything for you.
Yeah.
That's not a great experience for you, and it's not a great experience for us, honestly, because now we find ourselves trying to be something that we're not. We're just here to aid you in where you're going. So think about that mindset and that approach when you offering services and even products. Like that's why it's important, going back to that survey conversation, you survey your audience, your target audience, right, before you create the products for them, because now you're creating products that that they want. You're not just making stuff crazy.
Right.
So we got some comments here.
Greetings,
Keisha in the building. What's up? All the family today.
Yes, thank you for sharing. Yes, if you all have not, go ahead and share this live.
Yeah, share us with 2 or 3 friends. This is information that's free off the top. This is the things that we are getting off the dome. and this is stuff we're getting from client calls. This is stuff that people are dealing with in the industry right now. We have clients on here who've experienced this. They can tell you firsthand that they've dealt with, just strategy on how to retain their clients, how to get new clients, all that cool stuff. This is what we're here for. We want to share. This is our platform. We come every Tuesday, hopefully, and just have these conversations with you.
Right. And AJ said, I was thinking about calling customers. What are your thoughts? Ooh. Do you think you can end up shooting yourself in the foot, setting an expectation? Then you may have to fall back as the business grows.
Well, so I always look at, it's a good example, E.T. Oh. So E.T., Eric Thomas, when he first started out, he would do a Thank God It's Monday every week for like forever. He did it for years. Every Monday, you can expect him to come, and he's going to have a motivational video for you to keep you. Yeah, but now he's grown literally, like not like how people puff up stuff and make stuff bigger. Yeah. No, he's literally the number one motivational speaker in the world right now, and he's grown to that level. And obviously, he doesn't have time to do the videos every Monday. So what he started to do is he gradually started to change it so that it made sense to the client. So he went from doing them live to doing pre-recorded ones, and to doing the pre-recorded, and every once in a while he drops in and does one live. So to answer your question, Adrian, one way to do that would be to do it like you're thinking in the early days, while you can sustain it. Then as it grows, you build a team. You look at different tools. There's those pre-recorded messages, phone calls you can do. Not sure if that's the experience you want to create or not, but those are some of the things you can do as you grow. But start off in a very grassroots way, because people who started to think about it, people who got those phone calls, they'll be brand loyalists for you in the early days, and then they'll keep pumping your business and say, she used to call. She called me, They'll love that experience.
And it's just like, Ronnie. Like Ronnie does that now. Like she'll, randomly call customers, even while she's doing the live, like, oh, hold on, somebody just made it. Because she's so we know she is so grateful for all her customers, right? Yeah. And just to get a call from Ronnie, you're like, oh my gosh, So it goes a long way. I think, like Cleet said, do it as long as you can sustain it. Yeah. And then from there, once you get to a certain point, just build your team, and you can have somebody make those calls for you. Because I still feel like if I get a personal phone call, I'm like, wow, like they really took the time out to give me a call.
Right, and look at it this way. You said Target ain't making calls. That's true because they're so big, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? They're trying to find ways to go back and work with influencers to try to create that experience because they understand that people are doing business with people these days. They're not looking at these big organizations and like, I don't only want it from them. No, they want to do business with people. So they're now trying to come back and do ads on these influencer pages and all these things like that. So you actually have the advantage being more grassroots than they are to be able to call everybody and sustain that. And like Kim said, as the thing changes, then you adapt with your workload, so to speak. So hopefully that helps. But that is a great idea. I think calling customers in the early days. Another thing,
I said that goes into
segues into the next point.
Personalizing their customer experience, right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, well,
she already out there. Just hit the point.
I was saying that was our next point, personalizing their customer experience.
Right.
And some of those things that you can do with that is like sending them birthday emails. Like if you have it set up where you have their birthdays, you could send them birthdays, or even on the holidays, like Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, or Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. Those kind of things, it might seem like something generic and, everybody does it. No, everybody does not do it. And it's going to stick out. We're like, dang, they took the time out to, tell me of mine. It's a happy holiday.
And your process, you can make it easy for yourself. So, if you all don't have one, I'm not going to go crazy, but if you're a business, you're a brand, you should have a CRM, a customer relation management system, right? So for us, we use HubSpot, but whatever tool you use, it should be a place where you have all of your client data, right? You should have their name, their email address, their phone number. Well, in these CRMs, they should have a notes section where you can include notes like birthdays and stuff like that.
Anniversaries.
Some of them are even more advanced where they'll actually let you set a reminder right there on that client's record. So it'll ping you, it'll send you an email saying, XYZ's birthday's coming up, So now you got that reminder. You can go on Facebook. Facebook's really good too. Facebook will let you know when people's birthdays are coming up and stuff like that. But don't make it hard on yourself, right? Have some kind of automation that reminds you. And the most simplest form of automation you can do is literally once you get that person's birthday, just put it on the calendar,
right?
And have a reminder for it so that you'll know to send them that information. That love. It goes so far when you do it,
It does.
So we're talking about it. We need to make sure we do it for our clients this year, moving forward.
For the holidays.
Right. But these are things we've known to be really successful. And, even going with the saying happy birthday. Hey, thanks for jumping in.
Yes.
For the birthdays and the anniversaries. Another thing is to celebrate their wins, right? So you see
that part.
A lot of times what we do when we started to take on a new client, we go and look at their social media platforms. We'll start following them. If they're on there and they're talking about things that are successful in their business or anything that we might have even discussed in our consultation, then we make sure we're like, hey, congratulations, we're rooting for you, we're on your side, all that cool stuff. But just having that personal touch, especially when you don't get a chance to communicate as often, right? You might have done a bit, some clients we've done websites 4 years ago, and we still might just chime in and say, hey, we see you doing well, keep up the good work. And they appreciate it. It keeps you front in mind for them, and two, it just goes a long way from a personal experience standpoint, personal customer experience standpoint. So yeah. And I think the last point I think we can jump off on, and then we can answer any questions, is when you personalize that experience, be willing, and this is something that you will gauge depending on each client, but be willing to give clients special privileges that you may not give all your clients. Now, I know we want to treat everybody equally, and for the most part, from a policy standpoint, you want to have pretty black and white policy so that you don't find yourself giving 12 different prices to clients, right? But in the same note, when you see organically that you're developing a sort of partnership with the client, or there's opportunity for you guys to work at a larger capacity than just a transactional service or product, then you obviously look to cultivate that relationship and give them special privileges. Maybe that's in the form of a discount, right? Maybe that's in the form of access to some resource that you have. But be willing to give some perks to certain clients, because it will pay dividends. Some clients, especially those clients who are constantly advocates for your brand, those who are constantly pubbing your business,
right?
You want to take care of them because they're going to keep doing it, right? So
right.
Yeah, you want
just like, and I was going to use an example, like, we're part of the girl CEO community and man CEO community, right? And, being in the community itself has its perks. If you're not in the community, you can get the free information out there when Ronnie goes on lives, right? And she's just dropping those gems left and right, right? But once you join the community, you got more access, you got more privileges. But once we're part of her VIP girl CEO community, right? And with that level, like, you get even more privileges. So like Cleet said, there's a benefit to you giving privileges to your customers. They appreciate it. The access, whether it's the access they get, the discounts they get, or whatever else that you would deem to be fit to offer for your business, they'll love it.
I mean, a great example is if you have a course. And normally a person can't really get access to you because you're busy doing all this other stuff. But you're like, for all the people who are in this course, I'm going to give you access to a chat feature with just me. Like, people love that. People want that direct connection to you so that they can get their questions answered. They can, get their solutions to their problems. So that's, I know we went over a lot of points on a lot of concepts. There was 2 points, but they were heavy. But hopefully there's a lot to retain in a client. And if you were just getting clients and you weren't doing all this other stuff, then that can let you know why you're starting at zero every month. The goal is not to start at zero every month, but to start a forecast. So that, okay, this client is retained with me each month because they constantly want to come back to either one, buy products from me every month, or two, my services every month. They need my design services, they need my teaching services, my coaching services, or whatever those things are. They're now wanting to come back on a monthly basis. So now I can forecast them into my business planning. Next month, all right, I know that I have this many clients coming back. Now let me see how much more I need to grow so that I can, hit whatever financial goals I have in place. So
that's right. Adrian said, "Yep, my regulars get perks. Period." Come on out, and Kim is about to custom code in a minute.
That's what's up.
Funny.
Well, appreciate y'all for staying on with us.
Yes. Are there any questions in regarding to, how to retain your clients? And once again, it doesn't necessarily have to be about retaining clients, but if you have any questions with websites, graphics, logos, social media, brand messaging, we'll be happy to answer them.
We're here. The strategies here to strategize.
Answer it best to our abilities.
Answer to the best of our ability.
Yes, abilities. But in the meantime, thank you all so much. I don't think I see any questions right now.
Thank
says
you.
This content is so rich.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Fee.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I should have taken notes. That's all right.
Don't worry, we got the replay.
Come on now. Replay. Catch us on YouTube, okay? Because this will be downloaded on YouTube shortly.
Yeah, it'll be shortly after this. It'll be available on YouTube.
This will be available on YouTube if you want to catch the replay.
And all of our other episodes.
Yes.
So
all of our previous lives are all up on YouTube. So you all can go and head on over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Strategy Geeks.
Yes.
If you are not already following us on any other platforms, because obviously you're on one of the platforms following us, Facebook, Instagram, we're The Strategy Geeks. Like I said, on YouTube at The Strategy Geeks, and you can check us out on our website, thestrategygeeks.com. Also, we are so excited because The Strategy Geeks, Black Friday, we are releasing our first course, okay? Creating your customer avatar. And if you don't know what a customer avatar is, your customer avatar is basically a fictitious character that you create for your business that's your ideal client or customer. So it gives you a person that you can focus on. So when you're doing any of your website copy or your messaging or any blog post, any social media posting, or whatever it is in your business, you know directly who you're talking to at all times.
That's right.
So yes, we're happy to be releasing out on Black Friday. You'll want to get in. Come on, on, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yes, we're so excited. You know, we did it. We did the doggone thing. So
I know.
We're excited. So we hope you all are excited too.
We've been trying to get a course together for a little time now. We're excited that we actually went through the process and got it done. So
got it done. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, Black Friday. You want to tell the price or you?
Black Friday, it will be $97. If you don't have a customer avatar, don't even know what it is, you need to get this course.
That's right.
Okay, and it's pretty simple and easy to follow. You'll love it.
Yeah, it's very much our style. We'll put it that way. And you'll see more information on social media. This week, we'll release like the link to purchase it early and all that cool stuff. We'll be working on that.
So with that said, be sure to have your notifications on Facebook and Instagram set to have your notification. Come on, push notify the Strategy Geeks. Okay.
That's right.
So y'all can stay in the know.
This info.
Okay.
We got y'all.
And also just to be notified on the release of the course, so you all can have first dibs. Okay.
Okay.
Come on, course. I can hear Adrian say.
I can too. Oh man.
Yes. We're so excited. We hope you're all excited.
Yes.
Once again, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It has been a pleasure.
It's been a lovely week.
It has been a lovely night. For real.
Inside joke.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much. We hope you all have a better than ever week.
That's right.
A better than ever weekend.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to seeing you all next week before the Thanksgiving holiday. We hope you all stay safe. Stay healthy, and stay connected. Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Good night.